Francesca Duffy, Spanish tutor for DDLETB Education and Training Board. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? I hope you're all keeping well. ¿Qué tal? How are things? And continue with our revision. We are going to have a look at the verb to be. And I just written it there is ser, ser. Now we are going to only use the first and the second person. The first person is always I and you are the second person. So I just written here, yo soy, which is the first person of the verb to be, and tú eres. Yo soy and tú eres. I am and you are. If you have this page, you have a look at those lines there and you'll see there yo soy and tú eres. There is something in the middle, but don't worry about that for the time being. Yes? So we established that, and what I've done here is we're going to practice a little bit with nationalities to practice the verb to be. Is I have written here tú eres inglés or inglesa for a woman. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. And what I have done there is I have put question mark at the beginning and at the end. Open question mark and close question mark. That means that your tone of voice, if you are asking that to somebody, your tone of voice will have to higher it a bit and make it sound like a question. So this is a signal for that question mark. So I'm just going to read that for you. That will be read. Tú eres inglesa. Tú eres inglesa. O tú eres inglés if you're asking a man. So that will be your clue to give you, to tell you that you have to higher the tone of voice. If there was no question mark there, that would be read like a statement. Tú eres inglés or tú eres inglesa. So those question marks are very important in Spanish to make sure you put them if you are writing that. So, tú eres inglés, tú eres inglesa. So if somebody was asking you that, obviously you're going to have to say you are not, but I tell you this because in Spain we'll assume that you're English just with the fact that you're speaking English. So the answer to that is going to be either yo soy, which is I am, English, or yo no soy, English. So yo soy, I am that nationality, or yo no soy, I am not. Yo soy inglés o inglesa, or yo no soy inglés o inglesa. But what happens in Spanish is, and the reason I just put this in brackets, actually I'm just going to put this in brackets as well, is because we can actually do away with it, and we I guess can keep the eres and the soy, and you don't need to use that, so it makes it so much easier. So instead of tú eres inglés, all you need is that part. Eres. Eres inglés, eres inglesa, eres inglés, eres inglesa, and the answer, again, you can do away with the pronoun, with the yo, and all you need to say is soy. Soy inglés o no soy inglés. Soy o no soy. So, after going all the way down here, starting from the verb, we are only going to end up with the eres. Eres. Are you? And the answer is soy o no soy. So I'm just going to turn around this, and we're going to have a little bit of practice with these nationalities. Okay. That's the question. Are you? Whatever. I left that blank to put our nationality there. And the answer is going to be soy, I am that, or no soy, I am not that nationality. So what I have done here is I have divided the nationalities. If you're asking John, male, or if you're asking Anne, female. So if you're asking John, if he is, for example, Italian, Italiano, but if you're asking a lady, you will have to change that O for an A, Italiana. Now, if the nationality ends in a consonant, for example, Español, instead of Español, you'll have to add to that consonant, you have to add an A, Española. So Español is a male Spanish man, and Española is a Spanish woman. So what we are going to do is we are going to imagine that we are asking John if he is any of those nationalities. So how would we do that? I'm just going to start and continue. You also have a page yourselves, that page, where you have a few more nationalities, but we're going to practice with these ones. So this is the way it will sound. Maybe I am going to, you can practice with the first one and then I'll say after you and see if you can check if you have said it correctly. The first one, the first question, the first way we'll do the question will be, ¿Eres italiano? ¿Eres español? ¿Eres inglés? ¿Eres americano? ¿Eres galés? ¿Eres escocés? Which is Scottish, galés, Welsh. ¿Eres polaco? Polish. ¿Eres francés? ¿Eres alemán? ¿Eres irlandés? Irish. Now, if we were asking a lady, I'm just going to go over them again, all of them. ¿Eres italiana? ¿Eres española? ¿Eres inglesa? ¿Eres americana? ¿Eres galesa? ¿Eres escocesa? ¿Eres polaca? ¿Eres francesa? ¿Eres alemana? ¿Eres irlandesa? Now, if you were John and you were Irish, how would you answer all those questions? So obviously you are none of those, except for the last one. So the answer to all those questions for John would be, no soy italiano, no soy español, no soy inglés, no soy americano, no soy galés, no soy escocés, no soy polaco, no soy francés, no soy alemán, soy irlandés. Soy irlandés. If you were Anne, the answer to those questions will be again, you are Irish. No soy italiana. No soy española. No soy inglesa. No soy americana. No soy galesa, Welsh lady. No soy escocesa. No soy polaca. No soy francesa. No soy alemana. Soy irlandesa. Soy. So maybe a good tip to remember the verb to be I am is soy, reminds you of soy sauce. I always say it to people, so that will be maybe a good tip to remind you of that. Soy, no soy. And you cannot just leave it with soy, you have to end the sentence. So I just written here for you Soy irlandés, if you're a man. Soy irlandesa, a woman. For example, myself, I would say, soy española. No soy colombiana, for example. No soy italiana. No soy mexicana. No soy venezolana. Yes? Soy española. And as another thing you may have noticed is that I didn't write the beginning of those in capital letter because it's not a capital in Spanish. It's in a small letter. Now the name of the country will be in capital letters. So I am just going to write here soy de Irlanda. Now, the name of the country will be in capital letter. Soy de Irlanda. This little word is a preposition. It means from. Soy de Irlanda. And myself, I will say, soy de España. I am from Ireland. I am Irish. Soy de Irlanda. Soy irlandés. Okay. So, that will be all for today. Eso es todo y hasta luego.